then the plan commission could make a recommendation to proceed with this ordinance as written, and the council could take that recommendation at our board meeting and pass this ordinance. So, the ordinance is an ordinance amending the text of the zoning ordinance of the town of Atlanta, Indiana. And section 721, fences and walls. The ordinance shall be amended to reflect that all fences and walls shall not be greater than 42 inches in height in the front yard. As currently written, that's 36 inches.
Correct.
Common picket size is 42 now, so that's that. Section 3.4, 3.6, 3.8, 3.10, and 3.14, which are residential 1, residential 2, residential 3, residential 4, and residential 6, respectively, of the zoning ordinance shall be amended to reflect the reduced minimum rear yard setback of 5 feet for the following accessory structures not on permanent foundations: mini barn storage buildings and multi-purpose structures 144 square feet or less. And then section 10.3, general sign standards of the zoning ordinance shall be amended to remove the language or change the permanent copy on an existing sign structure, which would effectively remove the requirement to obtain a permit for every time the graphics are changed on the sign.
Change the graphics on it, yeah.
Prior provisions of the zoning ordinance are repealed only to the extent inconsistent with the terms of this ordinance. Provisions consistent with this ordinance and not repealed remain in full force and effect. The ordinance shall take effect upon adoption and publication in accordance with Indiana law. So,
I move we accept this not named ordinance.
I have questions on this permanent structure. What constitutes it on a permanent structure? Cement underneath it, or?
yeah, a permanent foundation would be
A foundation,
like that could be
cement block.
post stuck in the ground like a pole barn kind of a structure. That would be, I guess, I don't know, I'm assuming that there's an official definition somewhere, but being written this way, you basically, in my estimation, you wouldn't be able to have anything that wasn't just kind of held down by gravity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know that language would need any additional clarification or not. It is an interesting question. What's the definition of a permanent foundation?
I would think a cement foundation, where at least they'd be able to move it if it's not on the cement foundation.
Well, and it says on rear yard, does that constitute the same as somebody's side yard?
No.
No.
Rear yard setback is separate
Must be
from the
that.
side, which is separate from front.
So if they had it on the side, they have to have more than 5 feet, or?
Or whatever their zoning district is, which they're all different. Like R1 is side yard 40 feet, R2 30 feet, 3 is 15, 4 is 5, 5 is 5, 6 is 20 plus a buffer yard, but 6 is, I don't think we have any 6s. I don't remember what that one is in particular. So, was that hammered or Jody, which of you?
I moved that we
to recommend
accept
that?
this ordinance, or that we recommend this ordinance to the town council.
We have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor of recommending this ordinance?
Aye.
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 Okay, so we have. Okay, beyond that, we don't have anything, just a quick update on that house on Indiana. It is likely if that property owner does not, tear that down herself, that, we as a planning commission may have to get involved in that, actually condemn that property. I don't think she's gonna fix it myself.
No,
It sounds like it's in
but-
pretty bad shape. so
but
she
we
probably
don't
still-
wanna eat the cost.
No,
of that.
but
Did he get the health department over there to look?
they
at-
won't go, there's a very specific circumstances where they'll go, same with CPS. Both have been contacted and they,
Never had a problem before.
Well, why don't you make the call then?
in any case, doesn't matter, it's a horrible property,
Mm-hmm.
the house is falling apart, and it needs to go, and I have a feeling if that lady doesn't tear it down, she's either gonna abandon it or sell it with it up, and whoever gets it next will have to do it, but if she doesn't make moves in that direction soon, just be aware that might be coming, we might have to get into that.
Who's been cleaning up the inside?
Somebody that she's hired to do
Who
that.
did, well, good, at
Yeah.
least that part's getting done.
And she lives in California. She has a company in Indianapolis. She probably has them all over the country, truth be known, but some kind of an LLC in Indianapolis that holds that property. So, I know she paid the people that live there to move out. And she allowed Jeff and Andy to go in there after they had moved out to look at it, and I know that Jeff told her, you need to just get rid of this place because it's falling apart and dangerous.
Did he take pictures and send them to her?
As far as I know, he did. So anyway, just be aware, there's no real updates on that other than that the property itself is being cleaned up, which has nothing to do with the planning commission. And the house may or may not need the planning commission to step in, depending on what she does.
No, that'll be council, and we'll have to get the lawyer involved.
I mean, we've got a procedure to go through for condemning something.
Right.
And just
Done
because
it
we
before,
condemn
didn't
something
they?
does not mean that the town has to eat tearing it down either. Now, a lot of times that's what
Yeah,
happens.
we put a lien on
because
it.
we tear it, or we condemn it, and then they don't act, and the town ends up having to be the one that take it down. That's what happened down there, that's what happened, well, we bought this one first.
Yeah, and like I said, down there we had the health department involved too,
But,
as backup.
in any case, other than that, I don't have anything else on my list. I don't know if anybody else has anything that,
I know this doesn't have anything to do with the planning commission either, but could the town board write the railroad a letter and say, do something about these railroad tracks? I've
you
contacted
talking about
them.
the crossings?
Yes. Every one of them.
I said I would call the county, and I haven't done it yet.
Well, I text them too, and they just kinda, well, they're not that bad, but it's nothing we can do right now, blah, 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 blah. they're getting worse all the time.
Seems like Atlanta's to just blow them off.
Yeah. You know, maybe they'll come back to Atlanta, maybe they're not, but even if they do, they need to be in better shape.
Yeah.
I just hate for people to come during the festival this year and it'll be this bad, I think. And it's gonna reflect
Yeah.
back on us instead of the railroad.
Do we have any more building stuff to discuss, or we just wanna adjourn this meeting?
Let's adjourn the meeting.
I make a
I'm-
motion during the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.